Oh my God, finally, the writer's strike is over. And they just got breaking news on that today. Well, just a few minutes ago that I received text about it. So I'm glad it's all over so everything can stop dragging and all everything else. It can just like everything can work out perfectly and we don't have to hear nothing about it for at least the next 3 years because it was a 3 year contract and they I guess agreed to their demands and like I don't know if like the writers had did like a counter offer and they just said deal. So I think they just offer something and they just came with it. So yeah, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I was sick and tired of hearing it and there's like shows and movies that I still want to see, come out this year, next year, and all that other stuff. So they was hoping that it probably won't even end to the end of the year, but now it's finally over and it's in September. And the writers have been in strike since May. Then the actors joined them. I believe it was in July that the actors had joined them with the strike, so to get them, so the actors and actresses wasn't going to work until they get their fair share. So now everybody can get back to work and everybody just getting like their fair pay and stuff like that. So I'm glad that that is going to happen and they get to. I don't know if they're going to get back to work like right away on this or probably take them like some days or stuff like that. So I don't know. Like if I have more information about it, I'm just reading it right now. So I probably will just read like where I started from before I started this program. So they said last week the Studio Alliance said the WGA had reached out to restart negotiations, signaling a possible thaw was underway. Studios had their own motivations to get an agreement done by early October to salvage their 2024 film slate, which would require them to be back in production soon. Okay, that's good. And also, they're also hoping to salvage what they can of 2023 to 2024 television season. Despite the new arrangement, it is unlikely that the production, I'm sorry, will restart right away. Scripts will have to be written, and studios still need to reach a new contract for the SAG AFTRA and the AMPTP had not held formal talks since the actor strike began. VO game performers are also waiting whatever the SAG Africa negotiations to authorization to call the strike and their negotiations with video game companies. So the actors gotta. So now we just gotta wait on them to agree with the actors. But at least with now they can start back writing and just get like the stuff out for stuff that's coming up. So I guess they do gotta wait on them. So hopefully something will be worked out with the actors and that. So just hopefully it just won't drag enough to be like oh god no or something like that. You know what I mean? Like the writers probably will get back to work right away, but as for actors and stuff like that, I guess they gotta have a make an agreement so hopefully by this week they can get the actors on board for their because they all just fighting for like not getting paid for like streaming because what it is like another person has said this on their YouTube channel that was it like the writers don't get paid for the streaming the movies that streaming or TV shows that's on streaming, and actors get paid like certain amount that they decide that, oh, we just going to pay them this amount just because. So now like the actors, not actors but the writers can get their fair pay, and now they can start working on other stuff like some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff. But after with the Aquaman 2, ain't nothing gonna start until they're gonna start like not writing but like at least like, because I know they're filming and stuff gonna be starting next year, and they can continue writing. But then again, who know if they're already done writing for like some of the movies or anything like that. So we will see. So we just gotta wait on the actors to get their fair share, and the way we go. So, and I think it was also they was just saying that they can actually they can get more people on the team if they want to, and all that. So I'm just glad that everything is working out so far. So we just gotta wait on the actor strike to come to a close too. So let's just hopefully this week they will settle that, then everything can start getting back to work. Um, let's hope they can be by the beginning of next week. They can get back to work and something will be solved this week. So praying and hoping, praying and hoping. So let's pray for that. But okay, this ain't gonna be that much of a long show today. Although this probably would be like after 10 p.m. Central, after 11 p.m. Eastern, that this would be out. So it'd be like close to 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 p.m. Central. So yeah, as on this report, he's Hulk Hogan is married for the third time now. I didn't know he was married the second time. So let me see if they talk about more information. Was okay, the couple was engaged in late July after a whirlwind courtship lasted over a year. Let's see, he was said to be nervous about asking the mother of three to marry him. Oh, he recently gave up alcohol.
Yes. I know. Yes.
Okay,
Oh
let's
my
see.
god. And all the little other like kiosks next to it and around it.
Okay, 25, 26 surgeries. Don't care about that.
This is when I was still homeless. I was Me and Patrick had made a pad at one point in time where we would stay up every Wednesday.
I thought they were talking about his second marriage, so
Every Wednesday, right after
I didn't know he was married for a second time. I knew he was married to, I forgot that chick name now. Linda.
every Wednesday night, right after we had take Benedict's.
So yeah, that's
He had a Game Boy at one point in time. I had my Game Boy
it's
at one time.
it's just like crazy that he was married a second time, or he was married before Linda. I don't know.
Did you read what it says?
But yeah, this is crazy. So it ain't gonna be that much news, I think, to talk about. But we will talk about, the releases of wrestlers that's been released in WWE this past week. You got
We both had a Game Boy. We were gonna get link cable so we could trade people back and forth, but we didn't.
let's see.
But anyway, one night he decided not to show up. I was looking for him the entire time. I was like, he's not at order. He's not at thing.
Yeah, like Shelton Benjamin was one. Who else have their release? Aaliyah, Top Dollar.
One shot.
there were some NXT people that I don't recognize.
I had to
Let's
shoot
see
that
who
whole
else got
thing down with
released.
one shot. From about 8 o'clock, I was
Matt
out
Riddle
there
got
fucking
released
walking.
Friday, and the rest of the people have been released like was it Wednesday or Thursday? But they said releases was coming because of the merger. So that's probably why that they got released. Dolph Ziggler was another one that got released, and yeah, I was pretty shocked that he was released. Um,
He's like, oh, follow me real quick.
let's see.
Walk over to the booth. He gave me a $10 tip. I cashed it out.
Let's
went
see
over
who
to,
else.
Canal Street. Got a
Oh, Luke Gallows is injured, so I didn't know that. So we will read on that.
got my Swiss mustard burger. Shit,
Let's see.
I'm just looking at the prices. This
Provide an
is-
update about Luke Gallows. According to the report, OC member had to get his knee scoped and will be gone for 6 weeks while he recovers. Oh,
Prices. I guess the prices are about average, 1% about portion size. Yeah, but look at it's like 2 tacos for $14. Spicy chicken.
wow.
That's Alice Cooper's poison.
So I guess that kind of explains like everything with the you don't see that much of the OC like out there.
Blue City Butterburger.
But it's like at least you can have like them wrestle anyway. So I don't get that. I think they need like another show.
Yeah.
The kind of wise, because Raw they hosted main event and
French
of
dip.
course Monday Night Raw itself. Well, it's like with SmackDown, they had their dark match, then SmackDown starts and
BL2.
they might have a bonus match, but that's it.
That cool.
So these are high in prices that they doing for some of these shows
Batter fish and chips.
are not even worth the price. So it's like they need to add another show, like do like another an hour show just to like push up,
Prices are
the wrestlers of SmackDown.
$12.95. Yeah, I know.
Besides, having like wrestlers or Raw just be on there, you know what I mean? It just
Oh, wait, you're
just
wrong.
doesn't it just doesn't make any sense to me. That's just like how I feel. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So let's see.
Size of garlic.
Trying to see if there's anything else, that'd be like worth talking about. I didn't see Collision yesterday because
Scallop potatoes, fresh
I
fruit,
think I was just busy doing something else. So I forgot what I was
side
were
salads,
doing, but I think I mainly was just like
purple rain.
resting and stuff and didn't think about Collision. So PCO reportedly leaving Impact Wrestling at their current contract expires.
Bet that's good.
Yeah, because they make the s'more
And then they've got
the graham
good-
crackers on there,
yeah.
you make it yourself. That's
Yeah, you wanna
Let's see.
massage. Fried chicken and waffles. What the hell is 2 tickets to paradise? Oh no, 2 tickets to paradise.
Or its contract will be ending on October 30th and he will be leaving. Like, will they send him to, will he go to AEW or
That breakfast.
I don't know if WWE is gonna,
It's just one patch, like right in.
put him on
No, that's fine.
because PCO was the Mountie in back in the 80s and early 90s, if y'all recognize him.
But that
So
breakfast sandwich, don't-
yeah, he did wrestle the 1,000 episode when they had the Feast of Fire, so he was wrestling that. So if he's not gonna go, but then again, I can understand why they decided not to do the give him the Feast of Fire case. So y'all saw the first two episodes of like Impact like this past Thursday and the Thursday before. So they was doing like a 2 week event for that. So it was both shows are pretty cool, but I don't know. I just think they could have, it was just one thing that was missing. I can't even think of what was missing from both shows. Oh, everybody knows that NBC and WWE made an agreement to put SmackDown back on the USA Network starting October of next year. So this will be interesting to I don't know. You got Eric Bischoff saying that he predicts that SmackDown will expand to 3 hours. I don't think they would. But then again, if they trying to like put, because that would be the thing that would help SmackDown, like maybe put them 3 hours and have like you can have like people wrestling and more talent be out there more. So they do, but don't get me wrong, I'm happy with the 2 hours that SmackDown has. But it's like they should have like an extra show or something just to help with, put more of the talent out there. But that's just me. So let's see. Oh, they do have the results of Collision. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for anything that's working. Oh yeah, they did mention since like Eddie Kingston did win their ROH title this past Wednesday, and also for him to hold the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Championship. He's taking a break from the indies. And plus, like he said, he has a lower back injury, so we can kind of understand that. But yeah, Mason Mansoor got released. So yeah. Um Dana Brooke got released too. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, Emma and Riddick Ross were released and just ridiculous. So yeah, it's just insane. I'm trying to think like is there Oh yeah, I did watch on Rampage and Young Bucks and Heyman Adam Page did are the new Ring of Honor 6-man champion. So yeah, of course Riddle was released. I think I mentioned that already. So just about the firings and all that stuff was the only thing like good, you know, good release, blah 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 blah. But yeah, it's really not even much to talk about. I guess most of the stuff is gonna be safe for Tuesday. So one of the things we're gonna talk about Tuesday is like the it's gonna be talking about something local, like the Brewers, not the Brewers, but the mayor and some people are thinking of them making like a district by the stadium by American Family Field. which I am behind if they do that. Hopefully they will. But there's some things that should be talked about and stuff like that. So we're gonna save that conversation for Tuesday. So me and Hazel are gonna talk about that one on Tuesday. Um Plus, upcoming pay-per-view this week with NXT No Mercy this coming Saturday. So that's happening. Wrestle Dream for AEW is going to be on a week from today. So that's going on. Then you got next Saturday you have Fastlane,
You could have him reading.
which now they have
Well, that you just relax and melt away.
they just have one match announced already, and that would be John Cena, whoever his tag partner was going to be. It was going to be AJ Styles, but got jumped and in the hospital. So right now it's just John Cena versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. So that's gonna happen. So they at least got a match down. But why it's taking them like nearly 2 weeks before the pay per view to announce a match? Normally, they'll announce one match and that would be in the main event. Normally they'll do that, the first week after a pay per view, then go into the next. Because normally they'll do that, but I know they want like stories to build and stuff like that. But at least announce like one match for the pay per view. Then you can start announcing other matches whenever y'all want. But I don't know. That's just me. But just insane. Oh, excuse me. But okay, so I will talk about this last story before we talk about a little bit of the Bucks. Um Everybody knows that Warner Brothers Discovery wants Ring of Honor, not Ring of Honor, but AEW do like monthly pay-per-views. And like I think it's a good idea because the places they hold pay-per-views at, like they can get like more revenue in that area and it'd be like more interesting. So let's see what Jim Ross had to say. So with just say like this, with AEW likely to move a 12 pay-per-view format starting, oh, they starting it next year, but they putting like some pay-per-views, like they doing like, you might as well just say starting because you got October, you have, yeah, October you have Wrestle Dream, so that's one. Then November is Full Gear, one of their big four pay-per-views, and maybe they will have something in December. We don't know. So let's just let me read this. Um, Jim Ross believes Tony Khan's promotion could face with some challenges and it perhaps be building storylines on a monthly basis. Addressing the rumors on his Grilling Jr. podcast, Ross explains why he still prefers a quarterly pay-per-view format than synonymous with the early WCW and AEW. Okay, this is what Jim Ross says. I like the old format because the company is getting an opportunity to build in anticipation for that pay-per-view and investment that fans need to enjoy it. He says, I think the economy dictates that a lot of that. You got a great attraction at the top of the card, attraction sales pay-per-views. It's just that simple. Not the second or the third match of the card is what's on the poster. Despite his own apprehension over the rumored change, Ross understands why AEW President Tony Khan will greenlight moving up to a monthly pay-per-view format, considering that the business model has worked extremely well for WWE for several decades. You got to change with the times, he admitted. He had no problem with that either. But he just thinks storytelling around we're better off with the opportunity to build stories and matches. Over the past few years, AEW's working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling has caused Tony Khan's promotion to move away from quarterly format, courtesy of the Forbidden Door and Wrestle Dream pay-per-view events. Furthermore, with All In and almost set to become a yearly summer fixture, AEW has 7 confirmed pay-per-view events for 2024: Revolution, Double or Nothing, Full Gear, All In, All Out, Forbidden Door, and Wrestle Dream. It now be seen. It now remains to be seen what other 5 rumored pay-per-views will be titled. So it mainly just he's just saying he's okay with it, but he's like the quarterly pay-per-views. Well, I will say my opinion on this that I like the monthly pay-per-views. Like I know they saying they want to like bill for like quarterly stuff, but that for me and for my mental health, monthly pay-per-views are better because it's something to look forward to every month. And plus, like you're saying, like wherever town you're gonna be at for do like a monthly pay-per-view, especially with AEW, they will sell out. Like depending on the matches and stuff like that. But I think monthly pay-per-views are better because it will still keep the person like entertained wherever the matches suck or the matches be good. Because it could be like one of the big 4 pay-per-views that you're gonna have a main event match and you're not gonna like the ending because in the ending of the match could ruin the whole pay-per-view for you or could ruin the whole match. So that does happen. Um but it's just me, but like for a person that dealing with mental health and also like with other issues that I have, monthly pay-per-views are good because you be hoping like when does this pay-per-view come to our town or whatever. So it would be smooth to have a pay-per-view here, or maybe they have a AEW pay-per-view here, then you have, because AEW have a lot going on. They got Wednesday Dynamite and Rampage that they record, but normally show on Fridays. Then Saturday you got Collision that be like in one city and stuff like that. Then if they have like the same week with the pay-per-view being on Sunday, yeah, that would be it would be cool. But excuse me. But otherwise having the AEW pay-per-view here next year, I don't see it happening here until sometime in 2025. So that's why I think like if Milwaukee will ever have a AEW pay-per-view, it probably would be sometime in 2025. Because I know they're gonna keep their pick for, or they may change one of their pay-per-views is gonna absolutely be in Chicago. That's all out. Then got All In that's gonna be now gonna be strictly being in London. You're gonna have a pay-per-view in LA. Yeah, they even said it on here. So let me. The contract may soon bring an end to the writers' strike. Details on the deal are not yet available, but the Writers Guild called the deal exceptional with meaningful gains for its writers. In 1 year since 20-year-old Kania. So I don't know if y'all kind of heard that, but talk about the strike that. Whew, I was talking about that earlier, like before the show had started. So talk about that, and yeah, um, like it's interesting to I think it's just better off just to have monthly pay-per-views. That's just me. there's probably people that gonna agree with it and stuff like that. Normally, like when they do like with WWE at the time, they have like a monthly pay-per-view, but they have like at times it'll be two pay-per-views in April, two in June and two in October. That's normally how they would need to do it, but like there's no pay-per-view in March. So I don't know if they're gonna do that same format like next year, like because what they started doing like this year is like you got your pay-per-view in January this year, February, nothing in March. You got April with WrestleMania, and you got May. Now that's I think that's back now. This year was Backlash for May. June, I forgot what June's pay per view was. It wasn't Hell in a Cell. It was something else. Then July you have Money in the Bank. In August, of course, you got SummerSlam. September, you have like a pay per view, like where they called it. But this year, this past month, it was God, it wasn't. You know what? Now it got me curious. Now I'm gonna go to that. So www dot yeah go Yahoo. So it's probably gonna take us a bit for it to load up. So yeah, it even says on here like tentative deal reached the end of Hollywood writer strike. So all WWE pay-per-views this year in order. Well, we can't forget about NXT pay-per-views as well. So we might as well add that to the fold too. So just wait for that, to if we can load up. Okay, first you got your Royal Rumble. Then NXT Vengeance Day was in February. Then a few weeks later was Elimination Chamber. In March, it was NXT Roadblock, which was cool.
And it's so cool. You've got a black light.
So at least it was something in March for if it wasn't for WWE, at least something for NXT. So that's cool. Of course, April they had Stand and Deliver. Then you have WrestleMania 39. Although we're not gonna count like Spring Breaking as a pay-per-view because it wasn't, because it was on regular TV. Draft was on regular TV. Okay, Backlash, like I said, was in May. Oh yeah, Night of Champions was in yeah, Night of Champions would have been, in June, but they decided to do like two pay-per-views in May. So there was no pay-per-views for like the main roster, but you had NXT Battleground like the next day after. So there was no pay-per-views in June. So it was like total of three pay-per-views in May. July was Money in the Bank. Then also in July was the oh crap, Great American Bash. August 5th was SummerSlam. Yeah, Payback was this month. So apologize for forgetting about that. How can I forget like a pay-per-view? They had a superstars spectacle, but it wasn't televised or anything like that. So yeah. Of course, No Mercy is this Saturday. You got Fastlane coming up in October. Then you got two pay-per-views in November. You have Crown Jewel.
He loves us so much.
Then you got Survivor Series in November, which there will be no pay-per-views in December unless it'll be NXT pay-per-view in December. So that's that. So that just really kind of helped explain it. So cool. It'll just be interesting to see like what else they're gonna do with pay-per-views, next year. Well, they call it premium level event or something like that. Well, we just say PLE events. Uh, oh, excuse me. Well, I guess we can talk about a little bit about the Bucks.
This was the last one I showed you, if you remember.
Yeah. I did try to go to that, but we'll just talk about it anyway. Like, a few weeks from now, they got their yeah, we might as well say like, was it 2 weeks from today? Will be their first preseason game. It would be at 12, and they're going against Chicago. Then they got the Thunder, Grizzlies, and the Lakers, which the Laker game will be televised on ESPN, I think on October 15th, if I'm correct. But yeah, as y'all can see, like single tickets is now on sale. They just started going on sale this past Monday. Um, I gotta try to figure out because I'm trying to go to the home opener, but then again, there's a lot going on those few days too of the home opener, which is October 26th. They're going against the Philadelphia 76ers. Then you got their next two home games. Was it 29 and the 30th? 29th is Atlanta, and the 30th is Miami. So I know a lot of people are gonna go to that Miami game, which I'm not. Of course, the like I said, Atlanta game would be on the Sunday on the 29th. So yeah, right now there's rumors that they're thinking of maybe getting Buddy Hield from the Pacers since he didn't sign an extension. But oh wow, this would be above average around here, which is cool. Um, but everybody knows like Giannis not gonna send the extension this year, but like I said, they probably just gonna talk to everybody and see where they are. He probably just gonna meet with the management and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, maybe he will sign it. It could be anytime after September 30th, which will be this Saturday. I mean, this coming Saturday. I think yeah, he can sign an extension if he wants to. So I think it was like it's like a 3 year extension, 175 million.
I bought you stuff that
So
day.
I think on that he could be the highest paid player in the NBA if he signs that. But we know who knows, right? But I don't know my predictions on the season so far. So I may gonna do a video, at least like maybe it's gonna be right after the preseason, but before the regular season starts. I'll do my predictions on the Bucks. Like they make it to the playoffs, or they get past the first round, second round, or wherever the case may be. So we'll see. But I think I'm gonna end it from here. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys for watching, and of course, you guys that's listening on Spotify and wherever you get your podcast at. Thank y'all for listening. Just keep following us. I'm sorry it wasn't that much content as of late on the channel, so hopefully we get some more like content for you guys. And plus, like basketball season is about to start, so you would get like a lot of content from like mostly basketball, but you will get some wrestling content too. So, but don't forget this week, you get let's see, it probably will be either Thursday or Friday. I'll do a video about my predictions of the No Mercy pay per view this Saturday. So that should be interesting, and also predictions on Wrestle Dream on AEW's Wrestle Dream. So I'll tell y'all the predictions on that. So yeah, I already posted the mid season finale of Resclusive. So Legacy Pro Wrestling Championship is on the line. So you get a chance, check that out. It's good matches. We're hopefully in November we will, come back with more matches than New Year, like around late December. It'll be the season finale on there until we start going back to it on just we will let y'all know when that time comes. But you guys is watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the video and the channel. Like I said, more subscribers we get, the more that we can do more stuff. So yeah, like please subscribe. And I think that's pretty much it. Just as the stuff I'll just mention the stuff that's coming out this week. Um mm, just whenever pops up and stuff like that. Normally I will try to do like a live video or a quick like video about it. So I didn't get the opportunity to do that. It's just gonna be busy for the next 3 months after September. So next 3 months for me will be very busy. So I sorry, so I will apologize on with content not being posted right away. So I do apologize for that. And when the Let's Talk be back on, it won't be live because I think it's better off not being live because you got some people watching, but you don't got enough people. So mainly people like watch it right after it's recorded and stuff like that. So I just rather just keep it that way than try to do it live. There may be sometimes I might just go live just for the fun of it, but we will see. But gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Until the next podcast. The podcast will be Tuesday. Like I mentioned, we're going to talk about like brewer stuff. And also we're going to talk about some wrestling stuff. So we'll come up with something to talk about wrestling wise. But we will be talking about the Brewers. this Tuesday. And how about those Packers, huh? They won 18-17. So what a game. Of course, they're home, their home, debut this season. So that's good. And plus Thursday they got Detroit at home. So the next, this whole week they're gonna be really busy. But after that, I think they got the Raiders for Monday Night Football after that, and that's I got the schedule right here. Um that'll be Monday, October 9th. Then after that, October 15th, they got a bye. So just watch out for that. Um So, they got the next two games and they just gonna have a bye week. So, and Brewers did lose 1-6. I don't know if they're not trying to like clinch it or whatever, but I thought today would be perfect. But I guess doing it at home would be good too. So yeah, the Badgers won 38-17 over Purdue, the football team. So a lot of good things in Wisconsin going on. So until then, the next video would be probably sometime almost in the weekend. Probably most either Thursday or Friday would be the next video. So until then, y'all have a good night and have a good week. Enjoy your wrestling. Go Bucks go. And we're out of here. So peace.
And then of course I wake up.